There is a study from 2022 which says the expansion of e-commerce in Europe is going to require additional 28 million square meters of warehouse buildings in the next 40 years. Within the real estate market, the third most important area, besides residential and commercial real estate, is the logistic real estate market. We can rarely hear about this topic, but there is a serious development in this sector. And why are logistic properties in the focus of more and more investors? If I want to answer the simple way, I will say there are three mega trends that show us huge progression in the next decade. There is an unstoppable demand for these type of properties. What are these three trends? First is the unstoppable growth of e-commerce. The growth of e-commerce is bigger around the cities and capital cities than in the rural. Therefore, the investors are building these logistic warehouse buildings mostly around the cities. Of course, COVID also helped a lot in the boom of e-commerce, which resulted in more warehouse buildings. Second is that COVID pandemic has shown that supply chains are vulnerable, and the just-in-time stocking policy has not proven to be reliable. During COVID, the supply chain learned that more products need to be stored in Europe in case an epidemic occurs, so that is not left without products due to border closures or the shutdown of the world trade. Of course, this strategy also requires a huge expansion of warehouse capacity. In this case, in Europe, this immediately required 40% expansion of warehouse capacity since 2020. Logistic real estate investment is increasingly popular for investors because you have only one or few tenants with multi-year contracts, which are inflation index contracts, and sometimes the tenant takes care of the maintenance, upkeep, and often the tenant pays property taxes and insurance. Currently, the demand for such properties is greater than the supply. But why is this demand not fulfilled yet? Because there is not enough land in the right location. The number of suitable areas for this is limited because it is important to be close to large population where the most lands are not allocated for building warehouses or already in the use for other purposes. Our company E-Trading Europe is located in Hungary. If you want to know what is the most valuable location in Hungary for warehousing and logistics, it is the so-called Golden Triangle. This Golden Triangle is the following cities: Dunaharaszti, Sziget-Szentmiklós, and Vecsés. And why is this the most valuable? Because have you heard about the law that the truck driver must stop for a break and rest in every 3 hours? So this Golden Triangle is the only place in Hungary where from truck driver can reach any destination within 3 hours in Hungary. And this is the location where the most warehouses were built